did it, guys. We did it.
What did we do?
We made it to dragons. Finally, we can talk about dragons. Oh, by the way, welcome to Scrub Mode.
Yeah,
The
you're listening to
podcast.
Scrub Mode.
We were very focused on that dragon.
It's a
At
big.
the intersection of monsters and gaming.
Even now we're cutting him off. No, Julio's right. This is. I understand the enthusiasm. We're covering half of Dungeons and Dragons today, right? We're covering.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We're
the
covering
dragons
the
have.
we're
Yes,
at the
the
namesake.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Are dungeons a monster?
No, if we ever do like the Shaver Mysteries, we'll kind of go into that. Like we've got the
alright.
script. That's currently a lost episode. We'll redo it someday. But like, if dragons are dragons, the Shaver Mysteries sort of covers the like, and Hollow Earth covers like why do goddamn adventurers always got to go underground to fight a dragon to get a thing?
Yeah, huh?
But we're not
You know,
talking
it
about
just
that shit.
happens.
Yeah.
Not yet. Not
We're
yet.
talking about dragons.
I want to talk about caves. I'm never going into a cave, but I also kind of want to go into a cave.
That's
know,
fair. That's fair.
I guess
when I
there's
was
a
in New
morbid
Zealand,
curiosity in me, you know?
I'm
I
not
think
really
that's
gonna
just
go
a human.
like
Yeah.
cave diving or something like that. But when I was in New Zealand, I went river rafting through like the glowworm caves.
Ooh,
Yeah.
That was pretty-
magical.
Yeah, it was pretty tight.
That sounds cool.
I
We should
think-
go
yeah, I think
scuba
that-
diving. Scuba, spelunking.
No.
No. I just
Nope.
said.
Yeah. Do you remember that sign that says "Don't swim in here"? There's nothing in this cave.
But death.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on
metal
air
sign.
production meeting.
Also,
On air
super
production
true.
meeting. Next
Okay.
week we're gonna have a very special episode. It's like, yeah, so Julio went cave diving, even though we all told him not to,
And he
and
brought his scuba gear.
he went scuba diving and went to an underwater cave. We haven't heard from him yet.
Brought a flashlight. Okay.
no, we'll save that. That's
He's
we're doing
actually
the dungeons.
recording from the cave.
Yeah, we'll save that for when we do dungeons. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, here we go. Dragons, though. Oh man.
Oh shit.
Um,
Dragons and shit. Fucking Shenron. One of my
I was
favorite.
about to say, like, should we start with the gush, like, and not
I like the
D&D?
Namekian dragon.
Yeah, the Namekian dragon. The Namekian
Yeah.
Shenron.
What are some of your favorite dragons that aren't from D&D? Like, obviously dragons are fucking everywhere.
I think Shenron. Shenron is probably my favorite.
I'm shocked you didn't say Niv-Mizzet, knowing that you're a blue-red player.
Oh my god. I went right
For
over
me,
that. I forgot about it.
Red Eyes Black Dragon. Red Eyes
Oh,
Black
Red
Dragon, my
Yeah.
homie.
He's pretty great.
No, I'm not. As a player of Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm not going for Slifer. Fuck that Egyptian god. I'm not going for Blue Eyes because while he's cool, he ain't my homie. Red Eyes Black Dragon.
I think I'm gonna complete our card game trifecta here, and I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna say Garchomp.
Garchomp.
Yeah.
Maybe
The
Charizard.
good old land dragon.
Yeah.
He's he's a dragon ground type that is a land shark that's also kind of a jet plane. He's in so many of my overlapping interests.
He's in your Q zone right now.
He's right in my Q zone, yeah.
It's a good one.
Yeah, dragons, man. It's often said that they're in every culture on the planet, which I think is like a slight flattening of things. But like, man, we sure big fire-breathing lizard creatures that sometimes fly and sometimes not, and sometimes swim and sometimes not. They're everywhere. They're big famous monsters. It's why half this role-playing game is based after them.
What was the biblical one called again?
I got my hand up,
The
teacher.
behemoth.
Yeah.
The Leviathan.
Leviathan is the big water one. Yeah, Ryan, what's
What's
up?
the air one? What's the air one? I forget.
Teacher is is Falcor from Neverending Story a dragon?
I'm not up on my never-ending story lore. I'm gonna say yeah, because he looks like an East Asian dragon to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, he's very
Right?
dog-like. I'd say
He's
dragon.
very dog-like, but like he
He's
also
very-
like
Yeah.
flies.
I
He's a
think
little
described as
dragon-ish.
a dragon, a kind of dragon, like a dog dragon. I think
Well,
it's somewhere it said he's a dog dragon.
I think he's a luck dragon, right? Which means he's a dragon.
Right. He's a dragon.
I have no
Dragons
clue.
come in many forms.
Yeah, that's
All
thank you.
dragons
That's actually
are
a way succincter way of saying what I was trying to say. It's like, God, there's a fucking lot of them. in the
So
real world and D&D
You're not
and
wrong.
other
Pretty
fantasy
cool.
games.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, is Godzilla technically a dragon?
I
don't
almost
know.
said Godzilla. Like I'm wearing a Godzilla shirt. Not that anyone listening to the podcast can hear
You're
that. Like,
Yeah.
you're right. You're right, John. He is the last luck dragon in the universe.
there you go.
Mm,
That's sad.
Falco.
That is sad.
Yeah, that
That is
whole movie's very sad.
Yeah, I haven't seen it since I was a kid because I remember. I mean, like, I feel like this is not a new take or an interesting take at all. But man, that swamp scene is very sad.
Yeah,
hmm
it is. I cried. Everybody cried. It's
It
sad.
also blends
This whole
together with
movie is
the
meant to
scary
be.
Wizard of Oz movie in my head with all the screaming heads
Oh.
and stuff like that and the
Yeah,
Wheelers.
it's fucked up. Yeah.
Disney Channel must have been playing them both on the same night or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
We'll do that.
Anyway, oh man, we got a lot of dragons to talk about. Let's start with the D&D dragons, all right? Well, this is our dragonology class.
Yeah.
Fair.
101.
101. And this might end up being a two-part episode. This
Mhm.
probably will end up being a two-part episode. So
That's fine.
we'll do
It's
the
just
myth and the lore on the second half. But in
Yeah.
D&D, here we go. Dragons 101. We got your good dragons who are metallic, and we got your evil dragons who are chromatic, which basically just means your evil dragons are colored, and your good dragons are named after shiny metals.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about alloys?
Alloys, I guess. Allies.
No,
Alloy.
I mean like they're metal. They're metal. But like I'm saying, like what if they did alloys?
Yeah,
Like,
what,
what
like
if-
a titanium
how good would
oxide
that dragon
dragon?
be?
Probably
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
strong.
another take, yeah.
like oh yeah, my my titanium dragon.
It sounds like we're making a Yu-Gi-Oh card now.
Yeah.
I mean, for sure that I wouldn't be surprised if something had the name titanium and dragon in it.
The
in
titanium dragon.
Yu-Gi-Oh.
What's the
My
dumbest
super alloy
Oh,
dragon.
I was just
Anyway,
do
off track.
you guys know what Gurkop is?
No.
No.
It's this new alloy that NASA is only able to make due to advancements in 3D printing and
I like that
metals.
we're just making elements at this point. I like that
Yeah,
scientists at like MIT or some shit are just making elements.
this is okay. Can we have a side tangent for like I'm gonna
Yes,
get on
I
my
would
high
love to
horse?
talk- Yeah, yeah.
That's fine.
You guys know who Bob Lazar is, right? Good old Bobby Lasers.
No.
Mm,
Sounds familiar, Bobby Laser.
He was a grifter who said he used to work at Area 51. And as proof of how he used to work at Area 51, he's like, we're going to invent these next few elements in the next few years. And everyone's like, oh my God, the elements showed up. And he was right. They had exactly the statistics he said they'd have. And I'm not a chemist, but like the way the periodic fucking table works, you know what elements are going to come next because they all work in a logical order based off like their atomic like weight and number of electrons and shit like that. So
Right.
predicting the next elements is a lot like predicting what's going to happen in a string of like 1, 2, 3, 4. If I tell you the number that comes after 4 is 5, 6, 7, you're not going to be blown away. You just know I can fucking count.
Yeah,
I guess that's true. Yeah.
it's the same sort of concept with the elements.
Yeah, so this dude can just
Okay.
count valence electrons, and he was a good enough chemist to know like what sort of properties they would have. So it's like not miraculous, not exciting, not proof. The dude can just count and is a
and
chemist.
not
Okay.
Area 51.
No,
Is that how
that's
they
dragons.
ended up naming the elements? By their number?
No, they're named after the person who discovers them sometimes, and sometimes they're named after the place. So like and sometimes they're named after like weird shit. Like I know we have thorium, which is one of the radioactive elements. It's named after Thor because it's like big electricity
Yeah.
power.
What a nerd, that scientist.
Yeah, science is being a nerd.
Yeah.
I'm fucking shocked.
Nerd.
Hell, I named my discovered element Red Eyes Black Dragium.
Yes, red eyes, black dragonite.
Yeah.
Dragonite's a Pokemon.
Dragonium.
That could be the name of an element because it ends with an "ite." So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was saying. I didn't even realize I'd made a Pokemon joke until the end there. Anyway,
I'd call it germanium. I don't know. Is that?
I
Does
think
that exist?
germanium exists.
Oh no.
I'm not
I'm
kidding.
doing it.
It's right before Bretnium.
I was like, I think Bretnium exists as well, but you're doing Flight of the Conchords, not like
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's germanium with the J and then E and no R. Germanium.
yeah. I just quickly Sarah Googles that loud on the podcast and just Googled germanium, and it is indeed atomic number 32. It's a real
Okay.
element.
Nice.
So there you go.
It's real. Let's
Anyway,
go.
no atomic dragons, although that's a really cool idea.
That would be cool.
One day. One day.
Next elements, we discover whatever, name them after dragons.
Yeah. Like other Dragon 101 stuff is like the rule book divides them into different like stat blocks by age. So your youngest and weakest are wormlings, and they
Right.
go all the way up to ancients who are like, thousands of years old, incredibly
Yeah.
powerful creatures with
Who, like,
CRs.
Incredibly
they ascend at some point,
intelligent.
right? They can become like gods in some.
Yeah, I mean, ancients basically that. They have a challenge rating of over 20 on most of these.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's like you're still going to struggle even with a full party of 5
Yeah.
level 20 adventures.
As you
Like,
should.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
like, you
'cause
got to
they're
make the
dragons.
dragons tough, right? You got to make the
Yeah.
dragons the toughest one in the book, right?
Right.
It's Dungeons and fucking Dragons, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, what's the point?
yeah. They also have a bunch of legendary resistances. They also have a bunch of like legendary actions, including like, which is like, you can do it on initiative 20. So at the start of every round, they get an extra attack in addition to what they're doing. So these are things like finding out where someone's hiding with detect, slapping people around with tails, slapping people around with wings. Like a dragon is a good boss monster because it's got all sorts of AOE attacks. It's gonna
Yeah,
fuck with you.
Yeah, it's great.
They often have powerful lair actions, which is like if you catch a dragon in his base, he will have the base attack you too. We'll go into that. Some of them are really fucking weird. Every dragon's got one weird legendary lair action, and we'll get into that when we get into the dragons. But it's like,
Ooh.
what would we've talked
Layer?
about this.
Drop a rock on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've talked about this with some of the other big monsters like the aboleths and stuff like that. But what are your lair actions?
Ooh.
Like if I break into your house right now, Ryan, and I try to steal steal that album behind you.
Oh
You're
no.
trying to steal my Biggie album?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my guitar at you.
What would be my layer action?
Yeah.
The door will hit you on the way out.
How about you,
It's
Julia?
made out of rock, by the way, so I throw like a small pebble at you.
That's dope.
Oh no! Inexplicably, like a shoe would appear on the floor and you'll trip on it.
That's a good one. I'm surprised
That's
it's
a
not
good
Summon
idea.
Jake.
Summon Jay. It
I'd be like summon Bella.
would be Eli. It would be
Alright.
Summon Eli.
We're talking about dogs, folks.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Small dogs, but or a parrot.
And
in
small
everybody's
dogs that
case.
will bite your shoelaces.
Dog, she
They
got my
hate your
shorts. She got my
shoelaces.
kneecaps.
Yeah,
Anyway. What else about dragons? Oh, they all like breathe something, right?
Yeah, like ice
Yeah.
or fire
that's
Or, like-
special breath.
or lightning.
The good dragons all have 2 breath weapons. The evil dragons have 1 breath weapon. The good dragons' breath weapons are weird, but I think the weirdest breath weapon overall is green dragons have chlorine gas breath. Like you're gonna
Yeah.
get World War One by a green dragon.
Yeah,
Yeah. You get freaking
Gassed.
mustard gassed.
Yeah.
the mustard gas dragon.
Yeah, it's pretty
and
fucked up.
summon
fucked
it
up way
face
to
up
die.
in attack position.
I feel your, I feel your foxholes with gas.
Oh,
Oh
That
no!
was a weird one.
sorry, I
Yeah.
don't mean to dunk on Yu-Gi-Oh, but man, the anime is very funny.
The
It was
anime
pretty
is wild.
Especially the
Off-
dub.
off
Oh
the
my
chain.
God.
Yeah. I've never seen the original.
I
I'm not a
read
Yu-Gi-Oh
the
person.
first
It's after
issue
my
of the
time.
manga. I've read the first issue of the manga as a kid, and it was way different.
I
Yeah.
do. This is gonna get us off the track again, but I do know that like the mangaka wanted to make like essentially a Magic the Gathering anime.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
And Kaiba is specifically based off his friend who would like take it way too seriously. He was like, "You
Yeah,
gotta
way too
invest
far.
like $200 in your deck, man. Otherwise, you're gonna lose every time." So it's like it's great to know that every friend group I've ever played Magic with, there's at least one Kaiba who like takes it way too
There's
seriously.
that guy.
$300 to make like the
Yeah,
perfect deck in whatever format we're playing. It's like that person has been immortalized in Yu-Gi-Oh, and as
you got
sure
the
as
one man.
as sure as the sun will rise tomorrow, there will always be a Kaiba in your Magic the Gathering group.
You
Yeah,
will always have a Kaiba.
I'm glad I play Arena
But
mostly.
Yeah,
I like
oh
the
yeah,
game.
you don't
No,
have to worry about somebody fucking back ordering or proxying something from 2 decades ago that's completely broken now in Arena.
yeah. I don't know. I kind of wish Arena had all the cards.
I honestly, why not? Because like you're never gonna get to play
yeah,
with the Black Lotus in real life. Might as well digitally.
Yeah,
yeah.
it'd be great. Do it,
Yeah,
Magic.
Let me use the
Or
broken
Wizards.
card.
yeah.
I guess it's Wizards now. It's been Wizards for a while,
Yeah,
right? It's,
It's been
Magic.
Wizard since the
it's not Wizards of the
'90s.
Coast, but it's
Wow.
been Wizards.
Yeah, it's always Wizards. Anyway,
Hire me, Wizards.
yeah,
Please, your HQ's up here. Actually,
hire me.
maybe don't. I don't know. Pinkertons, whatever.
Yeah, please
Yeah, be careful. You're gonna
don't
get
come at me,
an old
Wizards.
west, uh, an old west bandit group that is now a security firm
I think
down
we
your
talked.
throat.
I don't know what episode we talked about this, but it really bears repeating that like the Pinkertons are actively training to fight climate refugees, and I could not have
Yeah,
made up a more evil thing if I had like
it's
Wow,
like we don't
it's
want to be
cartoonish.
known as evil anymore. We're not evil. We're a security
we're
firm.
training to protect rich people's water from people starving and who have been forced out of their homes by hurricanes and drought. It's a
Wow,
bad look, Pinkertons. I gotta say.
that's really fucked up, man.
A lot of your current actions are conflicting.
And by current, you mean like the last 200 years, like
Yeah,
Yeah, no, super current.
oh, super
yeah.
current. Yeah. Anyway, that's
Like
Dragons
threatening
101.
a wife
Yeah. Good God. That's Dragons 101.
over
Should we get?
cardboard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry.
We can't.
It's ridiculous.
It's a D&D podcast. How can we not talk about it every time
yeah,
Watsy does a big goof?
yeah. That was weird.
It's very
That was
funny.
weird. That was a weird thing for wizards to do. Anyway.
Anyway,
Uh,
moving on.
yeah, Chromatic Dragons. These are your endgame bosses, your masterminds. They're all really smart, except for the White Dragon. Uh,
Why
yeah.
would the white dragon be dumb?
I guess they just wanted one dragon that was a little like an animal, because all the other dragons are like erudite
Hyper
thinking.
intelligent.
Yeah,
They're like
they want one
ninjas
guy
that
that's
are like wizards and shit.
yeah. I mean, there's
All
optional
the other
rules.
dragons ponder their orbs. Meanwhile, the white dragon is the barbarian class.
Yeah,
So,
basically.
I wish I had the Guilds of Ravnica D&D book. I should get that.
It's a good supplement.
Yeah, it has Nimzed in it. I wonder how tough he is. I gotta
Yeah,
look him up.
yeah.
I need to Google
So our
it real
first
quick.
dragon
My
is
books didn't have it.
I'll look that up real quick.
our first dragon is the black dragon, which like just design wise, it's one of my favorites.
Ooh.
It's black. It's got a sort of skeletal face that shoots acid.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Good old acid breath.
yeah. I sort of like it's in the art. It's often green, but I always sort of picture the Dilophosaurus spit from Jurassic Park, like that thick
yeah.
black goo.
Like tar,
Yeah.
almost. Yeah, no, it is dope.
So these guys, they can breathe water. They live in swamps. And they are little fucking sadists. They love to torture and fuck with you more than any other dragon.
Hmm.
All dragons
Makes
love.
sense. They got the acid breath.
Yeah, right. Better than getting
Yeah,
chlorined. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
All dragons like to collect shit, right? And make big piles of stuff. For black dragons, their favorite treasure to collect are artifacts from fallen civilizations, which I think is pretty dope.
So
like,
historians.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Dragons
To
in
some
like
extent,
or
an evil historian.
yeah,
yeah.
I think that's kind of
Every-
one of the reasons I love them. Is they're like, I mean, it sort of tees it up. Like, you
They
need
got
a
a
magical rock from Atlantis to stop the big bad evil guy. Gotta go steal from the
Yeah.
black dragon who watched Atlantis fall and then took the shit.
He definitely
Yeah.
was there.
Yeah.
He was partially responsible.
Like right there, 30 seconds. We made a great campaign villain. Yours free.
Yeah. That sounds pretty great. Yeah.
Yours free now, just by watching this podcast.
Yeah. So he especially loves Treasures of Fallen Civilizations because it makes this dragon be like, I'm so powerful, I outlisted this stupid little civilization from this non-immortal creature, and every civilization he outlasts, he's just like, that makes me even greater. I outlasted hundreds of humans. How fantastic I am! Beautiful.
Yeah.
Look how cool I am.
Yep.
Look at how cool I am. Every dragon, ever.
Yeah.
They're very
Uh,
vain. I think that's a very
yeah, they're
stereotypical.
all vain.
Yeah.
Except the white dragon. It doesn't know what that word means.
Yeah, a white dragon. They're often viewed as gods by lizard folk or kobolds, which, like, some evil cannibalistic swamp dwelling
Hmm.
lizard folk worshiping worshiping a black dragon. That's pretty dope.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see them do that.
And his weird lair sort of action presence is that, like, toxic plants will overgrow and water will go bad whenever he's nearby. He just makes swamps.
It's just no good.
It's just no good. That's the black dragon. You guys got any thoughts?
I look at their design; they're pretty cool.
I think it's my favorite design.
I've seen
They're
some
pretty dang
cool.
cool.
I'm sure there's some great designs. I think one of my favorite I can think of is, what was the dragon from the Dark Souls 1 expansion
Oh, it's you
DLC?
guys.
Oh,
And you know what I'm talking about? That black energy dragon. What's it called
yeah,
again?
yeah. The Calamity Dragon.
Yeah,
Ganon.
Calamite. His name is Calamite.
Calamite. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
Calamite.
Yeah, his name was Calamite, and you got the
The-
Calamity ring from them when you
Yeah,
defeat them.
yeah. And if you cut off his tail, you get a sweet sword, a
Yeah,
sweet like,
you get a
obsidian
sweet sword.
blade sword. Yeah,
They're
that's
super cool.
yeah.
Very cool.
He's super cool. Cool boss fight.
Um. Next, we got blue dragons. These guys are rootin' tootin' lightning shootin' varmints.
Right.
Hey,
They swim through sand. They love deserts. They can also fly and walk, so it's like not like they're stuck in the sand.
Mhm.
And their favorite little trick is to bury themselves under the sand and then, like, sort of do a dune sandworm, like, burst up from underground and be like, "Psych, bitch! You're in my territory. That means you owe me tribute. There's a tax. Gotta pay the dragon tax."
yeah, they pull a tremors on you.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You better hope you're Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. Or Bert. What's his name?
Burt
Oh
Reynolds?
no.
No, it can't be.
The other lead in that show, the survivalist guy who has all the guns in his garage. Whatever.
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Here, let me get his name.
We gotta say our Google searches out loud here. What are you? Bert Tremors. What are you?
I'm
putting?
allowed to Google search loudly.
Yeah.
We all are.
Let's see. It was it Michael
Suspense.
Gross?
Michael Gross sounds right. Yeah.
Yeah. He plays Burt Gummer.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. Great character actor. Let's see.
I mean, he
Blue
looks way
Dragons-
different without his mustache.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, no,
Blue Dragons.
he's like.
Oh, so go for it.
There we
Ryan.
go.
Okay, nobody said anything.
Jinx. Okay, we jinxed it. What's he look like without his mustache, Ryan?
Oh, he looks like a totally just normal dude. Like he doesn't look anything like the character that he played.
Good actor. What can I
Like he
say?
just
of us all.
he looks like a guy that you would run into in the supermarket and then not know that he played Burt Gummer on Tremors.
I think that's the amount of fame I want to attain. Like,
You got to be a weird
Like you
character
want to
actor,
be in a
then.
famous movie, but like
Yeah.
no one recognizes you afterwards.
I want to be able to go to Target and not be bothered.
That's true. That's the kind of fame you want. You want the fame that like you were part of a movie that you still get a ton of royalties from, but like no one notices that you're that guy.
Yeah. That'd be perfect.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But if you
Also,
want it back,
to
you just grow a
proceed, I'm
mustache,
sorry.
and then you get recognized. You know, it's perfect.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Are you Jesse Ventura?
Oh my god, we're gonna have to do a Jesse Ventura episode sometime.
That'd be great.
He is crazy.
He was governor of mayor of something.
Minnesota.
mayor
Yeah.
of Minnesota or
I think it's in
governor?
Minnesota.
Is it governor?
I did enjoy watching that video of him talking about how he had to break the law to get marijuana for his wife.
Yeah, governor of Minnesota. Yeah,
Hey,
he
man.
fucking. He also like I think he did a monorail project or something like that. I think he was pretty good. I mean, I know he is like. I think he thinks harp is
Funny
real, which
enough,
sucks,
so
but
was yeah. I mean,
he
funny
seems to be
enough,
a cool
Arnold
dude.
Schwarzenegger also was the governor. He was also a
Yep.
Yeah.
predator. Like
Yeah.
from what I
Maybe
heard,
there's just something about being a predator that makes you a pretty okay governor.
Yeah.
maybe I don't know. He tried to get every Republican to like. He made an argument for like climate change and shit. Like
Yeah.
I was like, look, dude, what are we gonna do about this?
No, he's pretty good. I think he did like you. I know he tried to unionize the WWE, and then Hulk
Right.
Hogan
Yeah.
narked on him, and he's like, "Okay, fuck you guys. I'm gonna go work Hollywood
Yeah,
jobs.
I'm out of
WWE
here.
is a good union."
Yeah. Arnold.
So in summary, Jesse Ventura based Hulk Hogan sucks.
Oh yeah, for real.
Union strong, yada
Like,
yada.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
go ahead.
We're just
Dragons,
talking about,
dragons.
before we got derailed, we're talking about how all dragons are vain, and blue dragons might be the vainest of all.
I can see
They
Ooh.
that.
love to hoard gems, but they also love to hoard useful servants. So like
Mm.
they love to have bards sing about how cool they are. They love to have terrifying assassins work for them. They just like and if you hang around, if you stay this dragon's little pet, interesting human, they'll reward you handsomely.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
So
Yeah.
it's possible that your party could willingly or otherwise find that the blue dragon now considers them its property, and you could have a blue dragon as your like quest giver, either because you're cool with it or because you're like, we got to do what he says until we can
We're just
figure out
gonna
a
Yeah,
way.
kill
until we can get out of here.
Yeah, a
I
really
like
cool
that.
idea. I love it. Yeah,
I love that idea too. I want to make friends with a dragon. I think that's
yeah,
one of the main things you want to do in D&D. Like
yeah.
make friends with a dragon or kill one. I don't know.
I mean, when we get to the chromatic dragons, like all those guys want to be your buddies in weird ways. So
Right.
hang on tight. Um, his weird lair action is like he makes a bunch of sandstorms and dust
Mhm.
devils and sinkholes just wherever he's hanging out.
Nice.
Oh, and
He just hangs
thunderstorms.
out.
He just sits in the eye of like one of those big like you know the here it comes famous like YouTube video of a guy running into a dust devil.
Here
Huh.
it comes.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a blue dragon.
Millennials in the 2020s.
Ooh, ooh.
Yep.
You're
Any
30
thoughts
years.
on blues or millennials?
Yeah. What about millennials? I was
Any
just
thoughts
saying,
on blue dragons or millennials?
I am one.
They
Millennial,
shoot
for sure.
lightning. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, lightning is their breath weapon. That fucking
That's
rules.
pretty cool. Yeah, that's
That's
pretty
rock.
dope.
That's rock.
New Zed is blue and red, so that's
Wait,
cool.
is it lightning in a line?
I actually
Or is
didn't
it
write
conical?
that down. I know for everything else I did, but let's see.
I think fire's conical. I think lightning's a beam.
It should be
The
a
lightning
line.
bolt spell is a beam,
I see.
but I don't know because like the breath weapons are all get weird because they have to mix them up.
Yeah.
Uh,
Huh?
a 90-foot long line, so yeah, a beam,
I see. Okay.
a 90-foot beam of lightning that does on an
Huh.
adult, not an ancient, just an adult that does 12d10 damage.
Oof.
Yeah, they're all strong.
Imagine being hit by lightning and surviving.
It's every account I've read says it
That
fucking
would
sucks.
suck.
I bet.
That would suck.
But hey, at least you lived, eh?
I was listening.
Yeah,
You
and now
guys
I
know
got
who
this sweet lightning scar.
Yeah. I do think that the what are they called? The scars you get from being electrocuted. They're very specific types of scars that sort of look like that branching lightning pattern. Those look fucking cool. Not that I want
They
to
do.
get electrocuted to get one, but
I know, right? It's true. It's true.
I was listening. You guys know who Jeremy Wade is?
Jeremy Wade. No.
No.
I'm Extreme Angler Jeremy Wade. He's a
Oh,
fisherman who
oh,
like
that guy.
yeah.
Oh, I remember that guy. I used to be way into that show
Oh, I
for like
love that guy. I think I said that's one of my favorite paranormal shows because at the end of the day, he always catches something. It's not
catches the
like
fish.
River monsters? Is that it?
yeah,
Yeah, River Monsters. Yeah,
like
Jeremy
Alright.
sometimes the
Wade.
monster really is a man-eating catfish and he catches a man-eating catfish, and sometimes the river monster is
Gross.
like a
Yeah,
fucking kappa, and he's like, you can't catch a kappa because kappa don't exist. So he'll show you like a fucking 6 foot long Japanese salamander, which is just as good in my book. Like it's a great
That's
show. I
very
love it.
cool.
it's pretty great. Yeah,
But I was
it's
listening to an
great. And I like
interview
the
with
way it's
him.
shot too. It's like
Yeah,
all actiony and shit.
it's probably my favorite one of those like reality or paranormal shows. But yeah, like
Yeah,
it's not even really a
it's great.
paranormal show because he always shows you the
It's a
real
nature
animal.
show. It's just a
Yeah,
nature show that's like a little bit more actiony.
but like yeah, he was. I was watching an interview with him the other day, and he's like, yeah, actually, people don't realize, but one of the most dangerous parts about fishing is you're holding a metal pole like 10 feet in the air above your head.
Ooh, yeah, you don't want to do
So like
that.
he he had stories about like fishermen or like also their sound guys who are also holding big poles 10 feet in the air, like getting
I want
hit
to
by
do that.
lightning while they were like at sea or fishing on in the Amazon and shit like that. And that sounds
You
like
just
a horrible experience to be a sound guy and then suddenly get electrocuted by God.
Yeah,
yeah, that would
that would
suck.
suck.
And you're in the Amazon, like far away from any hospitals or shit. Like, I don't know, man. Sounds terrible.
Yeah,
That's not a good. Yeah, that's not a good day.
no, it can happen in the blink of an eye. It's crazy.
Yeah, literally.
Not see it coming. Yeesh.
Back to dragons.
Yeah,
Green
we can tap.
dragons.
I think
Uh,
they're pretty great. These are
yeah,
pretty cool. It's my favorite color, anyway.
it's a good dragon, let me tell you. So these guys are schemy little liars.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's great. That's great.
They live in forests and breathe out, like I said, clouds of toxic chlorine gas.
Right.
very not good.
Um, their favorite thing to do is play mind games. They especially love using fear to control the actions of any creature weaker than they are. So they're
Oh,
mean, man. They're petty tyrants.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they're kind of like really close to almost traditional looking dragons.
Yeah, I'd say except for the red dragon, they're the most traditional looking dragon. They got kind of a brachiosaurus neck
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
head, but other than that,
You know old Gnawbone?
old Nabo, no.
Yeah, he's a Magic the Gathering card. He's a green dragon. He costs 5 colorless, 2 green, and whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, create that many treasure tokens. He's a 7/7 with flying.
Yeah, that sounds right.
He can just swing at you and make 7 treasure tokens.
Well, that
Wow.
seems appropriate because guess what? Green dragons love to hoard as their treasure.
Oh yeah, I love that. In my lore, every dragon has a horde of some kind, right?
Yeah, yeah. Same for D&D.
Yeah, like yeah.
For
I guess
green
that's the ultimate
dragons,
thing.
they love art. Their favorite thing to hoard is art.
That's funny.
So, sculptures, musical instruments, woodwork, which like implies to me that a green dragon somewhere might have just like a nice set of handmade Adirondack chairs that he is way too big to ever sit in, but he's just like, look at the craftsmanship. Apparently, the monster manual notes that they especially love to bully small creatures and they love to torture elves.
Wow.
That's okay.
A little mean, but hey.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
I mean,
Hmm.
elves are long living.
And these are all things you can pick or choose from for
yeah.
your
As always, this is just like ideas to get you started. Even our ideas are just ideas to get you started.
right.
It's your fucking make them up. You do whatever sounds fun.
Yeah,
But I do love that dragons like. Do you think there's a green dragon with a Stratocaster somewhere? Just like look at this really rare guitar.
yeah, totally.
They love art.
They love art. They love musical instruments. I'm just saying.
I'll show you the artwork of old
it,
Gnawbone.
it'll still be in the Forgotten Realms or like a high fantasy setting, but somehow they came across a flying V electric guitar.
Oh, I do like that art. This is a very typical
Yeah,
green dragon, but he's standing on the cliff face with trees surrounding him in the card art.
yeah. Click the link though.
Very cool.
That's old Gnawbone. The Magic the
Oh yeah,
Gathering.
yeah.
Cordelia Matar.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. I think that's like you can see his like chlorine breath or something maybe clinging to the ground,
Yeah,
leaking from his nostrils
Easy.
too. It's
Oh my
cool art.
god.
yeah. And he's kind of got statues and stuff in the background, so that's kind of like his hoard of art, I guess.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
That's
Yeah.
a good dragon.
Red dragons are next.
Okay, the good
Um,
old boys,
these are the big boys. These are the most powerful evil dragon.
and that makes sense.
They're the classic, right? They're the ones that breathe fire.
Yeah,
Yeah. They
They're
got
mostly.
arrogant
big
beyond.
hoards of treasure.
Yep, it's just standard stock treasure.
Yeah,
Their favorite kind of treasure is treasure collected from a powerful foe. So like once they kick your ass, they're gonna take your shit and they're gonna put it in a museum that only they can use.
Yeah.
ooh,
They're gonna
Is
put
that a
it up and they're
metaphor
gonna
for
be like,
colonialism? Maybe. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Apparently, unlike other dragons, part of the red dragon's powers is it knows the exact worth and location and history of every object in its hoard, down to the smallest coin. So if you touch one penny, they'll Scrooge McDuck your ass.
he'll
yeah, he
know.
knows.
He'll know.
He'll Mr. Crab you.
Yep.
You're like, that's mine.
My
It's
first
missing.
penny. Remember that episode
Yeah,
Yeah.
a classic.
where his first penny was taken away or went missing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Was it penny
Oh,
or
yeah.
nickel?
might have been
Mr.
dollar. I don't
Krabs,
know. It's
right?
been a while since I caught a SpongeBob, but I think I
No,
remember.
his first dollar was a painting episode.
Oh, you're
but
right.
He
Yeah.
had a,
Me millionth dollar.
no,
He's got a lot
no,
of
his first
dollars.
right. His first penny was it was revealed at the end. It was just a giant stone wheel.
Yeah.
And he's like, "That's not my
That
first
old.
penny. This is my first penny." He's like, "What is that?" He's like, "Mr. Squidward, I've been in business for a long time."
Yeah.
I was like, very funny.
I would
Yeah,
not
that's
be
good.
surprised if like he's some sort of ancient entity.
Yeah.
He's
Money.
just some
Money. Have you seen those
abyssal
TikToks?
creature that's managed to just have an incredible amount of greed, and that's what's kept him alive.
Have you seen those like TikToks of the crabs in like the Saw movie like situations where they're getting
No.
killed? It's like a factory that's designed to kill crabs and dismember them.
Oh no!
That sounds
It's-
awful.
It sounds like a horrible nightmare world. I'm glad I'm not a crab.
What did they put like a
They put
jigsaw?
Mr. Krabs over it,
monologue
go
over
like
him?
money. And
Oh.
then the dog comes like ah!
Sounds
Oh,
terrible.
God.
It's terrible, but kind of funny. I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I don't know. I don't know how emotionally invested I am looking at crabs.
I mean,
It's true. Crab.
yeah, those crab processing plants are pretty
but as
insane.
soon as they put Mr. Krabs' voice over it, I'm like very sad now.
It's Clancy Brown. He's an American hero.
Exactly.
He is.
Form.
He was in Detroit Become Human.
He was. Okay. Clancy
He's in
Brown.
Venture Brothers. He's in Apex Legends. We love Clancy Brown. Speaking
He's
of character
everywhere.
actors who can go
He's like
outside and not get
Luthor,
recognized,
Yeah, he's great.
Oh wait, who is he in Apex?
he's a Revenant.
He is
Oh,
really-
cool.
Yeah.
Now I need him to be Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
They're doing his what do you call it? His reboot event.
Yeah,
He
it's,
should just have a Mr. Krabs voice.
he should, or at least a Mr. Krabs skin. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I know it's not fucking
Put him in-
Fortnite, but come on.
Put him in purple pants and a blue shirt.
Yeah,
Paint him red.
yeah.
Get him in there.
He already
him
has
in
like a jellyfish skin that's like red. Like it's not. Anyway, we're getting off track.
Anyway,
Red dragons.
It's Mr. Krabs. Red dragons.
How fun.
Red Dragon.
I'm gonna need help writing a description of this episode. Holy shit. Red
I'll cut
dragons.
a lot of this out. Don't worry.
Okay. Red dragons. So these are
It'll
the
be a
most
short
arrogant.
episode.
Yeah.
Maybe.
These are the most arrogant dragons. The dragon god is, of course, Tiamat, and the red dragons believe that she created them to rule over every other living thing on Earth.
I always pronounce it
Including other
Tiamat.
dragons.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, is it
I was
Tiamat or
I
Tiamat?
thought it was Tiamat.
I
Tiamat
believe
sounds.
I believe it's Tiamat, but
Hmm.
I am not. Tiamat is an actual
Yeah,
character from like Babylonian lore or pre-Babylonian like Urdu.
It's like a
Not Urdu.
Hydra, right? A dragon Hydra, something like
In
that.
okay in the Sumerian lore, she's just sort of like an elemental water chaos dragon creature, a lot like Leviathan. In
Right.
D&D, she's a dragon hydra with a head of every other bad dragon
yeah,
god.
a
All the dragon,
multi-headed dragon.
a
Yeah,
multi-headed dragon. That's every color.
yeah,
All colors can
all
blend.
5 colors.
Yeah.
It
Tiamat.
says here that
I like
it's pronounced
Tiamat.
Tiamat.
Okay, so I was correct.
I see.
Oh no, there's two different ways. It's
Fuck.
either Tiamat or Tiamat.
Okay,
So both are
Well,
correct.
I'm going to continue saying Tiamat because I think
we
it sounds cooler.
as we were just saying, it's your D&D
That
game.
is
If
not
you
one of
wanna,
the choices.
your D&D game. If you want to name your dragon god something slightly different, fucking go for it. Maybe that's even a little more respectful to all the
Maybe.
long past Sumerians and Akkadians and stuff. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Anyway, red dragons hate copper dragons, and copper dragons hate red dragons.
Right. This is the
Uh,
Dragon Wars.
The
Fair.
only thing a red dragon hates more than a copper dragon is a red dragon that's more powerful than itself.
Ooh.
Ooh,
They get a hot
Like, how
dragon
dare
on
you.
dragon action.
That's right.
how dare you, you son of a bitch! How dare you be stronger than me?
Yeah. I mean, they think they're all the hottest shit, and if there's hotter shit around, then you know you're empirically you're not the hottest shit, and that just can't work. You were told by God you're the hottest shit. They live in mountains, especially volcanoes, and this is the most powerful like lair existence effect I've ever heard. They just by hanging around, they make droughts, earthquakes, and dimensional rifts to the plane of fire.
Ooh, I
What?
like that.
Yeah,
Dimensional rifts to the fire dimension.
yep. Just by
That's
hanging out on
insane.
your couch.
Hey, yo, mind if I sit here for a second? Is it rip?
Fire.
Oh, hey, don't mind that.
Turn to chide the dragon for farting, and there's a fucking hell portal. With a
Yeah.
bunch of
Oh.
salamanders and fire elementals pouring out into your kitchen.
Red dragon. What did I say?
And last and least of the bad dragons, we sort of talked about this, but we have the white dragons. They got an intelligence score of 10, which doesn't mean they're dumb, but it does mean they're about as smart as the average human, which is dumb for a dragon.
It's pretty dumb for a dragon.
Yeah.
For a dragon.
The book notes that they have flawless memories, and so they like to hide all their treasure by like freezing it into glaciers, and then like a squirrel, they'll know where it is and they'll come back for it, which is like it's kind of cool.
That is pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And they love diamonds, but they also love ivory and ship mastheads, which is a weird collection.
A bunch of white things.
They're
It's
an
all
enthusiast,
white.
okay?
It's all white.
Jeez.
God damn it.
It's Mojo Jojo quote there.
Yep.
I was quoting Mojo Jojo.
It's a weird episode that's just a bunch of Beatles jokes where like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, who's this for?
I
The
know, right?
Beatles.
Fucking boomers ain't watching Powerpuff Girls, you know what I mean?
They
Well, I
wanted-
am a boomer.
They tried to get the boomer audience in on it, you know.
That episode was there for the dads that are watching it with their daughters.
You know, that's probably correct, Ryan.
Yeah.
They did a Beatles episode and they're like, oh my god, that's supposed to be Yoko Ono? Oh.
You know she ruined the Beatles.
Oh.
John Lennon, Paul. I'm just making fun
John
of my
Lennon.
dad now.
I know, right?
White dragons, they rarely collect followers because they eat all their followers. So unlike all our other dragons who like have courts and servants and love to keep humanoids around or at least terrified, these guys are too dumb. They just get bored and eat them. Would you be
Yeah.
shocked to hear
I've seen
that
it.
when a white dragon moves in, blizzards start showing up? Wow.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's a big step down from rifts to the dimension of fire, but you know.
I mean, ice everywhere. That kind of sucks.
That's all the evil dragons. You guys got a favorite?
It doesn't even open up dimensional rifts to the ice dimension.
Mm-mm,
It's
just regular
No.
old blizzards.
well,
Which
that's what I'm gonna add to
there you
them.
go. Made it tougher. Justice for White Dragon.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
It's okay.
You're like,
Only the dragons.
Only the dragons. You guys got a favorite? You guys got a.
Have we made it through all of them?
That's
Is
just
that
the bad ones. We have the good
bad
ones
ones?
now.
Okay, I'm ready to move
oh
on.
yeah, they're
Good
so
one.
chromatic.
All right, all right.
Chromatic homies.
I'm gonna stick
Yeah.
my flag in black dragons. I'm gonna say they're my favorite of the bad dragons for the
Okay,
reasons we specified. I
Whoa.
just love that they are MacGuffin collectors.
they're pretty
Seems
great.
useful.
Yeah,
Cool
Calamite
design.
was cool.
Yep. All right, so there are good guy dragons too, and the thing to know about these dragons is they love to shapeshift into humanoid forms, which is how you end up with so many half dragons.
Oh, okay.
You
Because
know,
Half
it just
dragons are
happened.
different from dragonborns, right?
yeah, Dragonborn were like a kingdom, depending on the lore, that were like made by dragons or something like that, or like a spin-off dragons or something like that. Whereas a half dragon is a guy where it's like your dad was a dragon, he got horny, he shapeshifted into a humanoid, he
And now
picked
you
up your
have, and now
mom.
you're like a sorcerer or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean that is the most one of the
it
ways to
just
be sort of
happens.
like your great grandpa on your dad's side or your mom's side was a dragon, so now you
Yeah,
get a little bit of
dragon
the dragon spellcasting.
Yeah,
So like with that, we got our brass dragons, which are like I feel like I know a few brass dragons. They live in the desert and they just love to talk, man. They're very lonely and they just want interesting people to talk to. They love to corner you and just talk to you.
That's funny.
they just talk for hours.
They have like an encyclopedic knowledge of the world, and they just want to gush.
Not even it. I mean, like they have high intelligences like most dragons, but like they're just lonely out there in the desert doing the Obi Wan
Like, hey
thing.
man,
Like,
want to play Jenga? I got Jenga.
yep. The monster
They
manual
come
notes
in,
that
you're like, bro, did you read the latest Time magazine?
I saw a very interesting article in the Atlantic. So these guys can breathe fire or sleeping gas, which the monster manual notes. Like, if you're super interesting and the dragon's not done talking to you and you leave, he'll put you to sleep so he can talk to you some more.
While you're
Really
asleep.
It sounds like a great way to make you not want to be friends with a dragon.
Yeah.
Make the dragon really annoying.
Can you guys guess what they love to hoard? Like what their magic item thing is?
Is it brass things?
Is it
Magic. Go for it, Ryan.
periodicals?
It is magic items that let them talk to people. Languages or
God, you give him a cell phone, he'll be the guy that calls you
I know,
every day.
don't get dragon Twitter, okay?
Yeah, don't let him on your dragon Twitter.
This is the dragon
Oh,
that
no.
100% will be posting through it. Okay.
Yeah.
Do not.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have a cell
not.
phone and you look at your caller ID, it just says Brass Dragon.
Okay,
Say
and
Brass Dragon, and the photo that he gave you to put as his profile picture whenever his picture comes up is his face just a little too close to the camera.
Yeah. Also, like 200 centuries out of date. It's him when he was way younger. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the weirdest part of their entire kit is like when they move in somewhere, random tracks leading to drinkable water shows up.
Okay.
Dope.
If you touch water within a mile of a brass dragon's home, they instantly get a text letting them know you're here on their like ring camera.
They go.
Really, these are good. These are good dragons. There is some menacing undertones here, I gotta say.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
They're good guys. They're good-willed. Everything about them is just like they want to help, but gosh, gosh, do they sound like a legal issue waiting to happen?
Yeah, energy sucks.
What happened? I've been put to sleep and kidnapped because he wanted to continue talking about Jenga.
he's getting into Jenga theory, and I just had to really fucking go, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I gave him my thoughts about how to properly move a lower piece, and he went off. Um,
Oh,
it's
man.
been I wouldn't say eye opening, but it's been a time.
Our
How long have
next
you been in the
dragon.
Brass Dragon's lair? About 2 years.
Yep. Well, let me leave.
Next one. Next
Just kidding.
dragon. Quickly.
We got the bronze dragon. These guys like to live by the sea. They collect sunken ships, but also like interesting coral and sea life, which means like in
Okay.
my mind, they love to make little perfect aquariums.
These are bronze
Oh
dragons.
yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
They
They
take
also
the
love
ship remains, they put them in bottles.
exactly. They also love military history, and they'll often join
Oh,
up with armies fighting against tyrants just for fun, only asking to be paid what a normal soldier is getting paid, which I think is kind of cool.
that's charity right there. That's
Yeah.
charity work.
Yeah.
They also love to collect history books and war memorabilia, especially from wars they participated in.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. That's
Yeah.
pretty
Like,
cool.
check this out. Kill the guy for this thing.
Yeah. You see this
What?
mace? It belonged to the worst tyrant of all time. You know who killed him? This guy.
Me.
I killed him with that mace.
Check it out.
Uh,
This is my collection of armors I've worn when I transformed into a human in these
yeah.
wars. Pretty good. This is my
You think
favorite era armor.
the one that's covered in brass scales, is that too much? Is it like sort
A
of
little
like
too, yeah, a little on the nose.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they can
I
breathe
can't
lightning.
stop thinking about
Breathe
a bronze
lightning.
dragon. That's just like a big World War II
Oh,
memorabilia
gotta
guy.
be, gotta be.
Yeah.
Check
They
this
can also
out. Authentic M1 Garen.
yeah, mint condition.
Minch can still works. Functions great. I never fired it once. That would ruin
Yep.
that would ruin it.
Would you when you have a 30-foot cone of knocks people back 30 feet harmlessly? It's their
Ooh,
other breath weapon. A
No,
cone of nope, I guess.
that's a second breath. That's
it was
pretty
Yeah.
just
cool.
like just push. He just pushes you away
Yeah.
with his
Yeah.
breath. Okay.
It's
Harmlessly
the
pushes you away with his breath 30 goddamn feet.
I see.
it's the force spell equivalent from Dark Souls
Yeah.
1.
I
Yeah.
see.
It just
Unlike
pushes you back harmlessly.
yeah. Unlike most dragons, the bronze dragon's lair doesn't affect its surroundings. But it does note that the weather changes, and also weird echoes and music can be heard while you're in its lair.
So he's got like a speaker system somewhere.
He's got like "Girl from Ipanema" playing, and there's like elevator music playing while you're wandering through his lair looking for
Yeah.
his fish tanks. He's like, "Let me show you the war
He's
room.
got
Come on."
bossa nova just playing
Yeah.
softly.
All right, second to last dragon. Well, actually, third to last dragon.
He's got Chuck Mangione's music
Yeah.
just echoing in his game. You just hear "Feel So Good." Just
Why would they write that? That's the weirdest of all the things in this episode. I think that is the weirdest note, the weirdest layer effect of anybody. It's just like, dude's got his tunes on, you know? He's got.
yeah. You hear California Girls playing in there.
Yeah. I mean, they'd love the beach, so he might be listening to like some Beach Boys, some surfer
It
jams.
sounds
Some
like a good excuse to play music during a game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Next, bud, we got the Copper Dragons, who are Bugs Bunnies.
Oh,
They have godlike powers, and they love to prank you.
I see.
Unlike
classic
most
funny.
YouTube
Trickster
prank
God.
people, they can survive pulling pranks on powerful people.
Right.
Um,
I think these are probably my favorite good dragons. These sound pretty fun.
the
I'm
monster
reading
manual
a,
notes that like they like to keep powerful items, but if you come to their place looking for an item, they will instead send you on a prank-filled wild goose chase instead of showing you where the
Oh,
item
no.
actually is.
That sounds great. Uh,
They can
they
shoot you just
actually just MacGuffin your butt all the
yep.
way.
yeah,
You're gonna love this, Julio, if you loved the fucking other dragon up there who
yeah.
loves to keep you to talk. So their favorite thing in the world is bards. They
Oh, of
will
course.
they like to collect bards. They'll carve out corners of their lair to be temporary houses for bards. Um, they love bards, they love jokes, and they especially love bards with stand-up routines.
Oh, that's great. That's
They
great.
love to laugh.
So this is a great character to play if you have a friend who wants to play a bard really bad.
Yeah, if
Yeah.
you have a friend who's a bard and you're getting to the high level campaign,
Yeah.
like have the party's benefactor be like, by the way, I'm Bronze Dragon and you're my favorite person in the world, and oh, they get to feel popular.
That's
I
great.
want a modern times uh, campaign where a copper dragon has let Jerry Seinfeld have a an occupation in his cave just for a little bit, you know.
It's like a brick wall with a spotlight.
Exactly. His home is a brick wall. No, his temporary home is just the exact same replica of the
That's
Seinfeld
it.
apartment.
I mean,
And
we
then
know the monster manual says they carve out spaces in their rock caves. Like they're just carving out the brick wall set. It's like the New
Yeah.
York
yeah,
brick wall. They want your type five. You know,
Yeah.
it's the New York improvs.
he's gonna bring in his friend, the Bronze Dragon, who's gonna magically make the weird Seinfeld song just float through the cave.
Yeah.
It's impossible to do with your mouth. I've tried. It's impossible.
Yeah, it's impossible.
Um, so their lair causes a bunch of weird stuff to happen, including tiny animals to be able to speak.
Dope.
They
So a mouse
can
can
they
just
wait,
show
they
up
can
and
make
call
them
you
speak?
a name and prank you and then
Yeah.
flee.
Okay.
He definitely has all the small animals in his cave work together to prank people.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. And also, for some reason, it causes intelligent creatures to randomly fall into giggle fits.
God,
So your
that's
wizard
great.
will just be like laughing his ass off.
Yeah,
That's great. That's actually really funny.
I think that's spooky. It's spooky. You're
I,
just like out in the
I think
desert dying of thirst, and all of a sudden your wizard has a breakdown.
Yeah.
yeah. You think he's going crazy? No, it's just a copper dragon in here.
Yeah,
No, but that's totally funny. That's totally funny in my mind because it's just like, oh, it because usually it's just really hard to make like really scholarly or intelligence focused people to laugh. So just
Mm,
the fact that they have like an effect on those kind of people, uh,
yeah,
because they love to play jokes, is just super funny. It's
that's pretty
yeah.
good. Yeah. The only
like you could
person.
tell them a joke, but like intelligent person would be like, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it, but they will
Yep.
they won't laugh.
No, but
Yeah.
then suddenly they'll start laughing later.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll chuckle to themselves.
Our second to last dragon here, and our most powerful dragon, is the gold dragon.
The golden
Yeah.
dragon, King Ghidorah.
Yeah.
He likes to flex in the mirror.
Mhm. I often see these guys like the monster manual sort of gives them these weird like connected wings that look sort of like
Yeah,
more like fins to
like
me,
like Spinosaurus, but if Spinosaurus had like
Yeah,
two, and they were wings or
and they
some
ran the entire length of its body on the side.
yeah, they're pretty. It's an interesting choice.
I will say, like, I often in fan art, I see these guys depicted as East Asian dragons, which I
Yeah,
like. All the dragons in the D&D dragon category look pretty like medieval
Western
European.
dragon.
So like,
Yeah,
I'm in favor of getting some more dragon body types on display here.
yeah, it's pretty
Um,
neat.
anyway, these guys kind of do the Superman thing. Like they pretend to be weak little Clark Kents during the day, and then they use their awesome powers to help out like lost children and cats stuck in trees and honest, hardworking commoners.
They save
that's cool.
the Fae, the lost phase.
Yeah.
They save you from being Fae lost or Fae
Yep.
trapped.
Yep.
Mm.
They love to eat golden pearls, which is weird.
They eat it.
Their favorite food.
Yep. They
Interesting.
have fire breath, and what I think is the second most terrifying breath after the chlorine gas. Just like a breath that saps your strength, makes you
Oh,
weak.
Ooh,
wow.
it's just a weakening breath. Ew.
Yeah, they love to hang out in sacred places like magic rivers or misty islands.
Hmm.
And for some reason, a gold dragon's lair uh, makes gems within it shine dim light for 5 feet.
Oh, wow.
Hmm.
So he's like reflective. He's
Yeah,
got like
all the gems in
he
his lair are
emanates
just
lights.
glowing.
That's
Wow, that's
cool.
cool. That's pretty neat.
And also, their lair makes mist show up that forms into shapes that are said to scare evil creatures.
Okay.
Oh.
I think they're a little bland, but they're the most powerful dragon. What are you gonna do?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's straightforward.
Yeah.
Yep.
like like their whole thing is like, this is, this is the big daddy dragon of like the metallic side. So they're
Yeah, he's got to
straightforward. Their
be.
their strength is simple but hard hitting.
Yeah. That's very well put.
Yeah.
So our last dragon of the D&D dragons, we'll do the templates next episode because this one's really
Okay.
long. But our
Okay.
last dragon is the horniest dragon. This is
Yeah.
the silver
Oh,
dragon.
hell
The
yeah.
bad dragon.
Yeah.
The actual bad dragon.
These dragons are like humanoid aboos. Like they're fascinated by humans and humanoid creatures.
I
And
see.
they spend more time in their shape-shifted humanoid forms than they do in their dragon form.
God knows why.
I wonder why.
I wonder why.
They especially, more than anybody else, they love humans specifically because humans live such a short time. The dragons just find that endlessly fascinating, or is it because they can kind of like hit it and disappear? Because the human's dead in 50 years, so sad. Anyway,
Oh, you know, maybe we'll see each other sometime soon. And
I'll see.
then
uh,
like 1,000 years pass, and they're like, "Oh,
the dragon
what a
just throws
time
up
that
that
was."
beast the invisibility
Yeah.
spell and just
And
flies
he
out.
fades.
An inverse to the black dragon, these guys like to hoard historical texts and artifacts, not to make themselves feel more special, but just because they're like so into human culture.
I see. Human
They're like,
boo.
check out this extremely rare book I got, and it's just like, I don't
Humans are the
know.
coolest.
Yo, have you read Catcher in the Rye?
Bro,
Is this what it feels like to be
do
human?
I
It's
got a boat
crazy.
for you?
I still don't
You ever
get
read
Catcher
Kill a
in the Rye
Mockingbird?
all these years later. I still don't get it.
Yeah.
What was the
This
difference?
piece of text has got me baffled for hours.
And
It's
it's
called
just
the
like a
House of
takeout
Leaves.
menu.
House of Leaves.
it's
Read that one.
it's the Cheesecake Factory menu book. How anyone can fit this much pasta.
God.
I didn't know you can prepare it so many ways.
There's so many varieties of cheesecake.
Who knew you can bake so much cheesecake?
Like, why do you need so many different kinds? I don't understand. Do all humans just eat a lot of cheesecake?
Is this like, are there not just, is the one flavor not enough? Like, do you have to always add chocolate or strawberry or caramel toffee surprise? What is that?
Uh, it will take forever because the Cheesecake Factory menu is so big. But part of me wants to like look up the Cheesecake Factory menu and find the most fucked up cheesecake we can.
Yeah,
Oh.
the bad one. What's
I said the most
bad
fucked up cheesecake I can. I don't understand how that could be confused.
Which
Yeah.
which is the fuck?
Just the one that sounds the most fucked up.
Cheesecake cakes at
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like that.
Oh my god, even the digital menu is so big I can't find what the
it's
fuck I'm looking
huge,
for.
dude.
So what?
It doesn't stop at cheesecake.
All I
Warm
want are
apple crisp looks pretty fucked up.
Okay,
I don't know.
there are 3 different cheesecake sections on here.
There are.
Oh, fuck. There's
They all look
10-inch
really
whole
good.
cheesecakes? That's already fucked up. Wait, hold on. This menu's insane. Okay, hold on. On the original like cheesecake menu, it shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It shows you 11 cheesecakes, and then it has a drop-down menu that
Oh,
says
wait,
30
there's
more
more.
cheesecakes and specialty desserts.
Yeah, I mean that's where I went first. And I'm gonna say the most fucked up cheesecake is absolutely the chocolate caramelicious cheesecake made with Snickers. Original
Oh,
cheesecake rolled with Snickers on a brownie crust with chocolate caramel and peanuts.
I
Now
know
I'm
that
not
sounds
saying I wouldn't crush that, but I do think it's pretty fucked up. I think that's too many. It's too much going on.
too much cookie.
that's too many layers.
Have you found a more fucked up cheesecake, or should we just finish?
Yeah, let's continue. Let's continue here.
No, you
Let's
know what
move on.
fucks me up is that
Move on.
in the extended cheesecake section, that's where all
Please,
the normal cheesecakes are.
the cheesecake cinematic universe. You mean?
Yeah, the extended cheesecake cinematic universe. Exactly. It's there's there's more of the normal ones in there, and they put all the fancy ones on top.
It's fucked.
And,
It's fucked.
That's fucked.
All right. Last two facts about silver dragons. They especially love to lair in ancient human cities because they just love humans so much.
right.
They just love hanging around in there.
They love
Like
the
they're
humans.
humanabos. They just want to be a human
Yeah.
so bad.
The-
They
the-
have
Why
the
not be
weirdest.
one a dragon?
They have the weirdest lair effects of all. Okay, so check this. So like they
okay.
can sculpt clouds and turn them into solid objects.
hmm
All right.
I guess that means like I think the
Yeah.
idea is so you walk on the clouds if you're around a silver dragon.
hmm
They love. I guess they just love the theatrical aspect of it. I guess.
Yeah. Um.
Walk up my cloud staircase.
Yeah. Exactly. And also, the wind near a silver dragon's lair slows the fall of all good aligned creatures.
Oh, that's nice.
Weirdly specific. Anyway, that's
The evil aligned ones fall
These fall-
faster.
Yeah, they fall harder.
yeah.
that's all the dragons in the book. You guys have anything to say about dragons before we move to part two?
Yeah.
They're
No.
super dope.
Really cool.
You got a favorite?
I think dragons are super dope. The fact that they have multiple breath weapons for the metallic
The
side
good
is pretty
ones.
damn cool.
Yeah.
What's funny is that like if you go on the Forgotten Realms wiki for chromatic and metallic dragons,
Yeah.
they have like an extended list. Some of them from like the older editions,
Oh yeah, there used to be
and
way
in
more.
in the chromatic dragon under 2E, there used to be a pink dragon, and they're similar to copper dragons. They like to joke and play
I'm
pranks.
sure they just got upgraded. I'm sure some grognard was like, "Pink is too. I don't like that. They're copper dragons now."
No, that like they were chromatic, and they were like they're not exactly evil, but they're definitely chaotic. They're like chaotic
Yeah.
neutral. I think they put them under,
Yeah.
but like apparently they love telling jokes and they love playing pranks and just like overall not wanting to fight, but apparently what makes them kind of evil is that if you don't laugh at their jokes, they'll eat you.
Yeah. Worse than being put to sleep and then trying again, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Definitely worse.
You think Nimizet's dad was blue and his mom was red, or vice versa?
I'm sure there is like a weird amount of Magic the Gathering lore somewhere that will tell you exactly the fuck's going on.
Yeah, there's a very specific part about that.
Yeah. I like to think that his hoard is like the spells.
Yeah, a bunch of spell books and
Oh.
shit. That sounds right.
Yeah. He's hoarding spells.
Like a ton of scrolls.
Yeah. And like stuff he makes and shit. Inventions. Yeah. Anyway.
Check this out. I can cast this on your turn.
Yeah, he's pretty great. I love Nimizet.
He's a fun
He's-
card.
Cannot be countered.
He cannot be defeated.
He can, except for when he can.
Only when the specific times when he can be defeated, he will be defeated. But he cannot be defeated.
Oh, man. Oh, great. Thank you, listener. Thank you for being here. Thank you for
Yeah,
listening.
this
to
was a rambly one. Give us.
Yeah.
We're back for summer break. Thanks for coming
Yeah,
along.
we're back in it's
Thanks
fall.
for enduring
We're going bi-weekly these
our
days, every 2
tangents.
weeks.
There will be plenty more tangents.
We're going every 2 weeks for the foreseeable future until I announce our next break or whenever. But yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, we love you.
We do.
We do.
Thanks for listening. You're great. Man, b- check out our link in the description. If any of those catch your eye, go ahead. That'd be great. Uh, Support me on Redbubble. It really helps. Buy us a coffee, maybe. Leave a review on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen to this podcast. And
Somewhere like near 5 stars.
yeah,
If you want to give us like a 4.5, that's cool.
yeah. At
Yeah.
or near 5, please. And tell us what you think of the show. Send us an email. Links to do so in the description. Yeah.
Tell your friends. Thanks to Jesse Sanders for our music.
Thanks,
Yeah.
JT. You're awesome for making the music.
We hope to see you soon. Get
yeah.
better.
Yeah. We'll catch you guys next time. 2 weeks
On Dragons Part 2.
on Dragon Part 2. Yeah, 2 weeks from now. Be on the lookout. We'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.